So I've lost a lot of weight, very excited about that. I've lost over 100 pounds in the last year. Join Weight Watchers. It turns out heroin, -2 Weight Watcher points. This is what made me join Weight Watchers. 2 summers ago, I went to an amusement park. I was too fat to ride a roller coaster. You know how embarrassing that was? I waited over 2 hours in line and the bar almost came down, but not quite. I just told the kid, kick it in place. I don't care if you hear my ribs crack. I just didn't want to do that walk of shame past everyone else waiting in line. And the worst thing is, I was with my best friend Dennis, who was a total jerk about the whole thing. He's a skinny little guy because he was on the roller coaster because he could fit. He's like, hey man, if you're not gonna ride, would you hold my camera? Don't eat it! I got back at him though, because the only ride I could go on is that pirate ship that goes back and forth. And I was in the same row as Dennis. We sat in the back row where it swings highest, and there's only one bar in each row, and the bar came down to me. And then the bar came down towards him, and he's like, I was like, I don't know, man, I'm snug. Maybe you should have eaten your camera. How about that? The other reason I decided to start losing weight is because my wife and I have a spider that lives on our front porch, and every night we turn on the front porch light so it could collect moths and stuff like that. One morning I went out to get in the mail, and in its web it wrote, "Some pig." I'm gonna lie to you guys, that joke's for me. The fact that some people like it, that's kind of a bonus, but it's pretty much for me. The reason we're actually, my wife is getting healthy too. The reason we're doing that is because we're working on having a baby, and my wife's Filipino, I'm European, whatever. So when we have kids, they'll be fallopian, I guess. I don't know. I'm scared to death to be a parent. Oh my God, my biggest fear is having a daughter. My brother has a daughter. She's 12. So she's sort of in that pre-bitch mode, you know? Like you never know who she's gonna be, if she's gonna be cool or not, you know? Teenage girls are the worst. The only time they're nice to you is when they want money. It's like they're little strippers in training. They're just rotten. And my brother's not worried about her dating. He's a manly guy. He does manly things. He hunts. He can do the stereotypical clean a gun, do something threatening like that to scare a teenage boy. I'm a Star Wars geek. I have Star Wars tattoos. How scary am I going to be if I have a daughter, she brings home a boy I don't like, and I'm changing the batteries on a toy lightsaber? You will have her home by 10. Those aren't the boobs you're looking for. At that point, you know a kid's gonna try something just to spite me. Be like, some of your house is gonna have some fun because chubby one Kenobi sure the hell ain't. I don't know if I'm gonna be good for a son either. My brother has a son named Jake. He's 9, and we found out that he's getting bullied at school by a kid named Griffin Feathers. Griffin Feathers. Like, what name did his parents turn down? Minotaur Bullhorn or Gorgon Snake Raids? Like, just because his kid's parents watched Clash of the Titans one time too many doesn't mean he should be taking it out on Jake. Like, as much as I love Star Wars, I would never name a son Anakin. You name a little boy Annie, you might as well get him a trench coat and an Uzi and say, have a good day at school, son. And I know I'm not mature enough to be a parent, because as soon as I found out that Jake is getting bullied, I was like, let's go find that kid, I'll kick his ass. His mom's like, you can't beat up a 9-year-old. I said, wanna bet? I could beat up 2 or 3 9-year-olds. They are small. You have to be fearless to be a parent. I'm afraid of everything. Oh my God. I'm afraid of my basement. Not so much of being down there, I just can't go up my basement stairs without running like I'm being chased. Good. It's ridiculous. This is the fear. I don't think someone's going to break into my house and hide out underneath my basement. I'm legitimately afraid of the boogeyman. I'm 39 years old. I have not grown out of that. That's not going to work when I have kids and one night one of them says to me, hey, Dad, I think there's something under the bed. I'll be like, yeah, probably. Better yours than mine. Tuck your arm and leg inside the mattress so he can't get you, because if he tags you, you're it. I was in the basement scooping kitty litter before I came out to LA because I knew my wife wouldn't do it while I was here. This is how scared I am. I was scooping the kitty litter and a spider crawled out on the scooper, and I screamed like my niece and flung the spider and cat poop across my basement where it's gonna stay until I move. And our house is in Detroit, and I don't know if you've heard about our economy, but it's like non-existent. We're gonna be there for a long time. I'm not going in the corner because I know there's an angry spider going, my cousin was right. These are spider arms. My cousin, that's 8, right? Okay, 8. My cousin was right. You are a pig. So.